Come on. Yo. Yo. Yeah, I know it's totally it's like a personal opinion, but I feel like cannabis is like definitely a medicine, and it's something that the government is definitely trying to make it seem like a drug, and it can be used as a drug, but it can also be used as a medicine. And I think a lot of people don't realize like that it's actually like it has like anti like cancer properties, and like people are still thinking like there's no cure for cancer, but like it's been like proven, for example, that like weed can like definitely have that type of effect. And I've seen
My mom has it's like man-made THC pills that like it's just for not so much for the cancer, but
right.
to increase certain appetite.
Okay.
Therapy like it kind of affects that.
Yeah, basically what chemotherapy does is it kills all of the cells in your body, not just like anything attacking your body, but yeah, exactly. So like if you have like for example, I had a what's it called? An aquaponic like garden, right? So I had a bunch of fish, and the fish create a bunch of like waste that is fuel for the plants, and then the plants would eat that fuel and filter out the water to make it clean for the fish to live in again, right? So it's a symbiotic relationship between those bacterias. And if I were to put in something like, is that you?
That's me.
Okay, hold on.
On a text or something.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, I did. That's good for you. Good for you. But but yeah, it's an actual like medicine. And I remember there's this one time there was this. Do you remember where I used to live? On Almaden.
I think we drove by there one time.
So basically,
Looking like by the hills and shit, right?
did I explain the story of where I used to live?
You might have, but I don't. Oh my god.
Holy shit. At the bottom of Mount Umunum, with the square on the hill in San Jose. You know how if you look over to that mountain range, there's a square in the hill?
I think so.
It's Mount Umunum. And so basically I used to live on Almaden, and there was this lady, she was a hella old lady, she lived on the top of the hill that I lived at the bottom of. And she owned the whole side of the hill. There's 3 properties on the hill. She owned all 3. So she ended up getting what was it? Oh man. What kind of it was some type of cancer. It was oh man, what are your organs like in your abdomen? It wasn't her intestines. It might have been liver. I think it might have been liver. She had like stage 4 cancer, basically. So I went in, and she was a very wealthy black woman. So like she would just get fucking wasted. Oh sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Wait, dude, I can just shoot him.
He's flipping me off.
Got him. There we go. Wow. I saw that. Wow, now the cops are involved? Oh, your motorcycle has exploded.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the cop ran into it.
There's a scooter right here.
But the cop died. But anyways, yeah. So she was hell hopped up on like fucking morphine and shit. So she had no idea that she was even dying. So I went over there and I didn't know that she didn't know that she wasn't dying. So I was like, hey, I know that you're dying and that you have cancer, but like you could take this, like you can take like, you know, like a whole plant extract and this could like save your life. Like you don't have to die. And then basically she just kept nodding in and out of the conversation. And she was basically like overdosing constantly under like a nurse's care. That's basically what they do when you're like that old and that rich. They just keep you sedated the whole time. And so she didn't even know she was dying. So I'm over here trying to explain to her. I was like, hey, you can live. And she's like nodding in and out and then remembering who I am as she wakes up. And I was like, holy shit, like I restarted this conversation 5 times. I need to leave and rethink this whole system. Like, it was just so weird because she was so fucked up. It's like she was just basically waking up from a nap and saying, oh, that's nice. And then she would just go back to sleep. But you could tell she had no, like, she had memory, somewhat memory. Like, she realized, like, I was somewhat of a familiar face. But, like, she didn't know my name. Like, she didn't know who I was. She was just, like, out of it completely. And she was basically being it's like, it's illegal to, like, have assisted, like, suicide in America. Like, if you have, like, a terminal illness or whatever. But that's basically what she was having. It's like, they were waiting for her to die of natural causes under the influence. So technically they just let her die. They didn't assist her in anything, and that's what her insurance was paying for.
Let's make it as, you know, as painless as possible.
Right, exactly.
We can't really do anything about it. So
Here's some more Fiend. Here is some more Fiend.
like she's fucking schizophrenic and that's what she hears.
Or that's just the name that came up with it because they just wanted you to get addicted to it the whole time. Think about it that way. Dude, stop. That's hilarious. I almost got there. Nice. I wasn't pressing anything. You burnt it off. It's cool now. You'll drift easier.
Look how stupid this is.
No, dude. You have way.
We're sliding, dude.
Yeah, we're drifting. You're gonna make way sharper turns.
I'm gonna hit this jump. Like
Do it.
this.
Have you ever ridden on a motorcycle?
No, I can't say I have. I've driven like the little pocket bikes, but
Yeah.
not like an actual motorcycle.
Oh, dude. So, like,
The closest thing is a quad.
oh, okay. Oh, man. Did you hear that? Oh,
Do that?
no.
Did you? Oh, I thought
You
you
didn't.
were on
No, you didn't have any speed, so I just fell off. There's a certain level of gravity in the game.
Bro, you like straight ragdoll. That was funny.
So it's like it's fun like being the driver because like on my bike like the back tire would like skip, right? So every like I don't know like 20th rotation I would have less traction.
That's so pathetic. They got the cinematic camera out for that.
Yeah, it was no, it was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. See, but you can drift though. You can make way like sharper turns now.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna do a backflip.
Do it.
Attempt to do a backflip.
Yeah, you got this. That was totally clean. That's perfect.
It was.
That was literally perfect. Like,
Damn, bro.
like so, like on my bike, if I was like turning, I would my bike would kind of drift a lot, so I could make very, very sharp turns. But then also, when I like reached a certain amount of speed, it would push me back onto my seat, and I couldn't go back any further, and that was just from gravity. And I was like, holy shit, like, it doesn't matter how fast I go, this little thing right here is gonna keep me in place. So when you hit 100 miles an hour, oh shit. When you hit 100 miles an hour, you're like pushed back in your seat and you're just like, oh fuck. Like, and
You feel all the turbulence.
like you breathe slower, but it feels like a cup of coffee at the same time. You're just like, oh, that's fucking crazy. Like, it's exhilarating. And then if you ride on the back of someone else's seat as a pillion, you can tell whether they're a good rider or not. Because I've been on the back of a very bad rider, and he almost killed me. Like, he was like, dude, like, I was like, oh, so what do I like grab onto? He's like, just grab onto my jacket. And I was like, alright. And he starts accelerating hella fast, downshifting so he can like high rev his RPMs. And I'm being like pushed back, and like he's on a sport bike, and there's no backing or anything. And I don't have like any armor, and I just have like a helmet. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Because there's a Bluetooth speaker, so I'm like talking to him. I'm like, dude, you're a terrible motorcycle driver. The whole time, because he was just being like hella sketch. Like, he was like, oh, that was a good one. Dude, that was a fucking landing and a half. That was, it was dude, that black lady was fucking clapping. Did you see that? Oh, I will save that. Oh my god, that black lady was clapping. That